Stark, we need a plan of attack. I have a plan. Attack.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a Marvel Future Revolutions video. In this video, I'm super happy. I have to thank a subscriber, LUBY. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much. You were heaven sent. Now, why am I so happy? Well, as you can tell, right now, my Storm has that 90s look. And this 90s look takes me back to when I was a child watching the X-Men on Fox Kids, on Fox Kids Saturday mornings at my grandma's house, because I was spending that at my grandma's house on Friday night. Wake up in the morning to the sausage and grits that she'd have on the stove on that cast iron skillet. Get down, eat that sausage and grits, put some cheese in them grits, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Then go ahead and get to my Sonic the Hedgehog on ABC, and then X-Men on Fox Kids. Oh, and then Spider-Man was following that. So in any case, that is why I'm happy. I have Storm with the 90s look. Before I get into what I actually feel like I was really, really wrong about, I drop Marvel Future Revolutions videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Right now, I'm trying to get the channel up to monetization. So like, I have a lot of things I want to do, a lot of ideas I want to put out there. However, I need to get it monetized. So I just need like 500 more within the next 3 months, hopefully. So please share with your friends, share with your alliance mates. If you like the channel, subscribe it, hit dislike on every single one of the videos. I'm fine with that. But please, please, please subscribe, help support the channel. Now, as we get into it, why am I thanking LUBY so much for my 90s Storm? And that is because when I put out that video, LUBY actually sent a comment saying like, I don't know if you know this, but you can change the look. I never even checked for that. I thought that you always had to like just have all the costumes, and this is me being dumb. This is like the first of dumb things that I've done in this game so far. I thought that I would legitimately have to collect every article of the costume, then level them up in order to get the look. However, a very nice thing that they've done for free-to-play players is that once you've collected it, so long as you've collected it, you can have, as you'll see here, well, I'm guessing you're seeing like here, but as you'll see here, I still have her Wakanda suit on, with the exception of this, which is the Astonishing X-Men tiara. I'm going to level up the Wakanda Queen of Wakanda tiara, and then I'm going to focus on the other different costumes that I want based on stats. So before I was like, I wanted to get all of the Wakanda for the set, and that way the set would give me, if I had the final set, I would have plus 3.8% attack, defense pierce 7.6%, and then lightning attack skill level plus 4, which is awesome and definitely something that you want to have. And then I would go into like checking out the other suits and everything and seeing like which one would work out best for me. But first I wanted to like go ahead and have her like in Storm from the 90s look, because that was just like, oh, nostalgia, basically. They just kicked me in the face with nostalgia. I wanted to have that same look from when I was a kid and when I fell in love with the X-Men. So basically what you can do though is once you've collected all of the items, whether it's 1-star or 5-star, you can change the look. You just won't get the abilities from the costume, which I am totally fine with. So now I have the Wakanda look on my Storm without, or I have the 90s Storm on her without it having to be her. Now, as I look at it, I do like the look, but I'm not going to keep it because it is a little bit like, I don't know, it's very 90s, isn't it? Even the hair, you know, so it was like, all right, I do like it, and every once in a while I'll probably go running around a Storm. But what I did was, when you come here and you have like all the parts to it, you can just add different parts once you hit customize to whatever, and some of these things are just ugly. Like this thing here, what is that even supposed to be about? You know what I'm saying? Like what pink? No, bro. But come over here to the themes, and apparently I've collected quite a few of the Storm themes. This is the 90s theme, and this one has this weird militaristic kind of green to it with blue turquoise hair, whatever. The purple one? Sure. This reminds me of that X-Men video game that you had in the arcade where there was like 4 joysticks and everybody could play. Don't know why that reminded me of it because it doesn't even look that much like it, but it did take me back to that moment. Anyway, so what I did was I now have it favorited. So here is the Storm look as favorite, and what I'm actually going to do is have her in the modern look. I love the modern look. It looks sleek. It looks incredible. So change the look, and that is the look that I will be going with. But as I am going with that look, ooh, what happened? As I'm going with that look, I still have the Wakanda gear under there. And what I'm going to do, actually, very, very quickly, is I am going to go to costume augmenter. Now, the main reason for that was I wasn't even really complaining about my Storm that much. It was the fact that I hated having my Captain America in a shield that wasn't a circle. I don't know why it hit me with such vitriol. It bugged me so much that it was like that. Don't ask me why. However, another part of it that you come to the conclusion of is that all these pieces that I've been saving because I want to have a certain look and have that in the back, I can now use that as fodder because I've collected it. I have that collection, quote unquote, so I can make her look that way, and then use the rest as fodder to level up the actual gear. So right now I need 2 more 4-star pieces. I know I have 1 4-star piece on another hero that I can go grab. I won't grab that right now for you guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and level up that tiara, the Queen of Wakanda tiara, and then I'll have that full set ready to go. Now, here's the thing. I did go back and I did change Cap. One thing I wanted to get into, in fact, let me do the Cap thing first. I would like to make a plea. I really, in fact, I can go into it. I changed my Captain America look to this. This is like my favorite Captain America. I wish the blue was a little bit darker, but I love this Captain America look. Now, what I wish they gave us the Captain America Endgame look. Now, not Endgame as in like that's what he looks like in Endgame. I mean like legit when, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Endgame, which came out like 2.5 years ago. Went and saw it with the homie Stevie. What's up, Stevie? In California. And everybody knew that this was going to be the end of certain things. Like just based on the actors themselves saying like, yeah, I've been playing this role for a long time and I'm ready for it to be over with. Just based on that, you knew that some of them were gonna go. Just inevitable. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, I understand it, no hatred towards it. But there was that scene where it's right after the snap and life has kind of come back, but then Thanos attacks everything. All right, when Captain America has this shield cut in half and he has all the soot on his face, and then he gets up and he like straps the shield to his arm and he's like, all right, it may be 1 against 5 million, but let's go ahead and make this happen. You know what I mean? Number one, I liked Captain, but I didn't really like Captain America before like the MCU. Sorry for being that dude, but I wasn't a Captain America dude. I was a Spider-Man Wolverine guy. So then when they gave the character, how they built the character in the series, in the movies, I was like, yes, I actually like this Captain America. Then it came down to it and I was like, I know Captain America's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's a symbol of America. America goes out as the martyr and to save the world or whatever. But they did such a great job of like having Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America step out to face Thanos. You completely forget that other heroes have come back because they brought life back, and all you see are these 3. Then when Cap picks up the hammer, everybody loses it. And I was in the theater that time. That was obviously before the pandemic. I was in the theater, and my friend Stevie, both of us, we were losing our, because it was like, he picked it up, and then he did some damage with the hammer too. He got the shield cut in half, and then he's standing there, and I'm sitting in my seat in the movie theater like, okay. So like, Thor's been taken out, Iron Man's been taken out, Cap is there by himself, broken shield, and I was like, oh, one. Okay, I'm back. Had some things to deal with. Also, on top of it, it's been a little. There's gonna be a little bit of a continuity error here, and I'll explain everything later. But in the midst of all that, because it's been a day since I was recording what you just saw, so like a couple of things have changed. But in any case, I had to rewatch, and I was like reliving that whole Captain America moment, and so basically, my thought process was like, okay, this is it. And I'm sure, like, all you guys have been through it. If you guys haven't watched those, like, reaction videos from around the world when all this stuff happened. But in any case, so I'm sitting there waiting, and he's on one knee. He's standing up. He's looking out. He straps on half of a shield. And he just starts limping towards the fight. And that's the look I want. That's the Captain America. That's the Captain America in-game look I want. That's the only time the shield doesn't have to be a full circle to me. Is when it's broken in half there by Thanos' weird sword staff thing, and he's going into battle. He's torn up, and that is the look I wish they would. And I'm sure they'll probably have something like along those lines, like the torn up Spider-Man suit from the first Spider-Man, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man, like stuff like that. I'm sure they'll. Eventually, as the game goes along, they'll start like adding those kind of elements into it. So that would be like the ultimate look for Captain America for me, is that broken shield, dirty face, bleeding all over the place, still going in to fight. In fact, tell me, if you had to pick from any of the movies, what look, or any cartoon, any of it, what look would you want? Like, what look that is not in the game now that you would look for specifically? Like, which one would you want to have in it? And like, now that I just brought up that question, a lot of it, well, as soon as they introduce Wolverine into the game, I'll have a lot of ideas about the Wolverines that I want, including Dark Claw, that Batman Wolverine hybrid that came about when Marvel and DC did that crossover back in the early 90s, mid 90s, which I wish they would do again, actually. That was kind of cool. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below if there was a Marvel look, like from the cartoon, from the movies, from a TV series, any of it, that you could give to like Storm or any of the characters in the game right now. Which look would it be? All right, so now this is the first thing that I was wrong about, the costumes. The second thing I was wrong about potentially are the how powerful each of the characters were. Now, to be completely frank, part of the change as to which characters were more powerful goes into an update that was made literally in between the first part of this video and the second part of this video, that whereby they restricted the ability for certain toons to fly up, like do one bit of damage and then fly up and never be touched. So they restricted how high the characters can go up, which then lends to the characters like Black Widow, like Captain America being better in the game. Like maybe not better, like overall the best, but it gives them a fighting chance. I can't just hit with Doctor Strange or Storm and then fly to the top and wait for you guys to die in a minute and a half. So it lends itself to being better. However, when I was originally making this video, one of the things that I thought that I got wrong, or that I'm pretty sure I got wrong, is who is Iron Man. Now, my thought process was that Iron Man, especially with his ultimate ability, he is not going to be able to, you can just dodge it and then get around to him. I did discount in that thought process, though, his other abilities, and having not really checked, let me see, let's go here, and then Dimension Duel, and not having really checked like rankings or anything like that. And I did get this from Darth Microtransactions, but he was talking about something different, but it sparked an idea in me where it was like, okay, so I've had this wrong. So if you look at the top 3 right now, it is Iron Man, Black Widow, and Iron Man again. And then everything else is Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man. Now here's my question, and here's what I don't know. This makes me think that Iron Man is really good, or that he can be really good, and from what I understand, he can deliver a lot of damage. My point was that if he's trying to deliver all that damage and you dodge him, then he leaves himself as a sitting duck. The problem with Storm in this realm of, and then go ahead and put this on. The problem with Storm in this realm is that a lot of her skills, a lot of the abilities she has this like warm up. She has this like animation that she has to go through in order to get to the ability. So a lot of times when I'm doing PvP stuff, and I still have to use Storm for PvP because she's my strongest, even though I'm trying to build her as a PvE farmer, I have to wait until like my Captain America now and my Spider-Man are at a level of where I can put them in PvP matchups. They're not there yet. And so the problem with Storm is every move that she has this like kind of dramatic flourish before it. And in that time, during the PvP battles, during Dimensional Duel, they can just move around you. And so the problem with her is that she does this animation before her attack. You see it coming a mile away, and then you move. As a plus thing about Spider-Man is that a lot of his moves are just quick snap, quick snap, quick snap. He has the melee and the distance attacks, so he is great in that sense. Captain America, now given the restrictions, because he's so tanky, he might be better in PvP as well. Not like, I don't know if he's gonna be better than Spider-Man or not. I still didn't see him up on the top 10 rankings. Captain Marvel is up there, and I thought that she would be similar to Iron Man, except she does have, from what I've seen and what I've faced, she does have a lot of strong AoE attacks. So this is kind of making me wonder. I have one hero slot left, and I got Doctor Strange. I haven't worked on Doctor Strange at all because I want to get my cap up to level 100, and then I'll start farming stuff for him. Same thing with Spider-Man. I'm just going bit by bit, but I'm keeping 2 heroes active. So when I kind of get bottlenecked on one, and I don't have time to like pick up the phone and actually battle it, I can just switch over to the other hero and AFK there and leave my phone to the side while I'm finishing work or whatever. So that then becomes a question. I picked Doctor Strange, I haven't worked on him yet. So then should I grab Iron Man now since I have one hero slot left and then begin the process of building up Iron Man or Captain Marvel? Or should I stick to Doctor Strange? Because as it stands right now, the way Storm is built, I feel as though maybe Doctor Strange does a little bit more damage, maybe not, but that doesn't really matter in the context of what I'm doing just because it's PvE farming. So granted, if you're shaving off a few seconds here or there, that's fine, and eventually that'll happen, but feels like I should put my attention more towards heroes that are going to help me in the arena areas, the PvP areas, and that would be Spider-Man. I'm sure he would. Captain America, I mean, he may be much better. I have him almost 100 right now. He's at like 99.5% on level 99. So hopefully I can complete a mission or something and get him over to that level 100. So that is a question. I mean, should I work on, like, Captain America is going to be quote unquote done, and then we start the farming process for him. So then should I, once Captain America is done, move to Doctor Strange and start off with him? Or should I get Iron Man or Captain Marvel and work on them? And the more I look at it, or the more I'm thinking about it out loud, I'm seeing Captain Marvel, I'm seeing Black Widow, and I'm seeing Captain Marvel and Black Widow a whole lot in PvP when I go to Dimensional Duel. So maybe I should just go with Black Widow or Iron Man. So that's the thought process right now. I want to say that I'm going to do Black Widow now that I'm thinking about it, because the one time I faced her, in fact, every time I faced her, she's so fast and strong. She's like wrecked. And I thought they nerfed her before the actual global release on August 25th. And so I thought that would like kind of pull her back to the middle, but she's still up there on the top of the leaderboard. And how much of that is those whales or those people who are taking a lot of money, putting it into it, and it's like, this is my favorite character, so I'm going to build them as strong as I possibly can, regardless of what character you have. If you put that much resources into it, then that character could become great. That's how the game is designed. And of course, there's some better than others, but Iron Man is up there several times. So that seems to make it like either people really love Iron Man, or he's really easy to build and get to be one of those awesome PvP, or is he like really like a top tier hero in of himself? Let me see. Am I explaining that right? It's like it goes threefold. So is it like, here are the three questions. Is he just a very popular, famous character that people are willing to put a bunch of money into because they like playing with Iron Man, they like being Iron Man? So regardless of whether he's trash or great, given how the system works with building costumes and things, you can make him very, very good. So is that the case that you got a bunch of whales who've spent money? Or is it the fact that he is actually very, very good, and so it makes him easier to build? So that way people are taking him like, okay, well, he may not be the best of all best, but he's really easy to build. It's really easy to get those stats multiplied up. Or is he legitimately like just a S tier character and I was completely wrong on that? So that is the thought process that I'm going through now. That's what I'm going to try to figure out, because Captain America is going to be done by the next time I record a video. So who should I take next? In any case, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.